Hi, Dr. Andrea Libutti here. This video is all about the four cornerstones to independence for autism. Now, this is a really important topic because it is the number one thing that we as parents worry about for our children, about their future independence, about the possibility that they'll be able to get along on their own, and certainly what will they do when we are no longer there, right? I know we've all felt this at some point. So, I am going to talk about four things, okay? These are not the only things in the entire world that are going to promote independence, but they are four really, really important things. And I will go into detail individually about each of these four things in individual videos, but I want to give you an overview. I want you to start thinking about what are the things, and I want to make it simple for you. What are the things that I can do now? What are the things that I can do in my child's life to maximize his probability of being independent one day? So these four things are communication, therapy, education, and wellness. Okay, so communication, I think we've all probably heard about these nonverbal autistic, whether they're teenagers or adults that are learning to find their voice through RPM or some sort of typing device or interface where they can actually communicate, and not just communicate simple answers, but actually express themselves. This has been one of the biggest successes, I believe, in the history of autism, is these communication devices and modalities that are enabling these individuals that on the outside appear profoundly affected, right? Nonverbal, body jerking movements, crazy sounds, not able to follow simple instructions. But the gold mine that's in there, in all of the kids that I have met and videos I have seen and documentaries that are coming out, the one key thing about these children is I am intelligent. That is what they are saying. And when you start listening and watching them and reading what they're writing, not only are they intelligent, they are profoundly insightful and completely cognitively intact. So, why do I put this as the number one cornerstone? Because without communication, you have no idea what your child is capable of. You don't know what's going on in their brain. So, communication is hugely important, and I'll get into more of that in the cornerstone number one video coming up. So, the second thing is therapy. And therapy, there's so many different therapies out there, ABA, Sunrise, Floor Time, RDI. But what I'm going to tell you about therapy is more important than the name of the therapy is the therapist. And I can't emphasize enough that the person that is with your child, whether in school as a teacher or at home with the therapist, that is by far the most important thing. Is what does that therapist do and interact with and believe about your child? So therapy, number two, cornerstone. The third cornerstone is education. And that's a big one to tackle, and I will tackle it again in an individual video. But education is so incredibly important for our kids with autism, because what we have now as an educational model in general is failing our kids, okay? Never mind the typical kids, because it is failing our typical kids. But throw autism into the mix, and something completely different needs to emerge. And again, I'll get into some of those details. And then the fourth thing is wellness. Now, there's a lot of polarity about wellness, because there's a camp that says, oh, I want to recover my child with, diet and supplements and different therapies. And then you have another camp that says, no, I don't think those things are important. I think that this is a hardwired brain condition that my child was born with, or that he or she acquired. But I am here to tell you that wellness is one of the most important things that you have to work on with your child, no matter what you think about recovery or not recovery. And I'm not talking here about choosing wellness for recovery. I'm talking about choosing wellness because you can't function optimally, physically, mentally, without having a strong, healthy body. And all of us, every single one of us, should have a wellness regimen that is in place that includes eating healthy, maybe supplementing with some things, maybe, being very aware of what's in the environment, what's going in the body and out of the body. So, wellness is the fourth one. Now, um, again, this is just sort of an overview. I wanted to get you thinking about these four things. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Again, the next four video series, Cornerstone 1 through 4, I will get into more detail about each of these things so you can have a better understanding of how it can help your child. But please leave some comments, suggestions. Go on over to my website, AndreaLibutti.com. Lots of resources and things over there. You can also download a free PDF file, the Four Cornerstones to Independence, right here at the end of this video. So I hope you'll do that, and I appreciate your time, and I hope this has been helpful for you and the future potential for your child.